What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phase 6, your source for music, business, motivation, and support. It's your guy, Sir Love, and I'm getting ready to give you another dope episode of Ask Sir Love, which should be right there. Right there. You guys can see it. Okay, so as we jump into this, I want to answer some questions from people that leave comments on YouTube, right? So for you guys that are watching this for the first time, this is what we do. I answer questions that you leave on my YouTube videos because I've been doing music videos, wow, YouTube videos about the music business for a long time. So here we go. This is a comment from a year ago, and I have a goal of going back and trying to answer all of these comments from the past. Wish me luck on that. But Malik Vision asked a question. He says, is there a way to be successful without managers? Can another label acquire those same resources as them? I think that's interesting. And so the answer is 100% yes. 100% yes. It's happened many a times. I mean, you've seen it with Scott Bruschetta and Big Machine Records. I bring him up often because I love the way that they got busy and they did their thing as an independent company. And what they did, and I went through this at length in a previous video, so you can definitely go find it. But what they did is he worked for the owner of the company, Scott. He worked for, and it's the guy that brought you Taylor Swift, for those that don't know, a bunch of other dope groups. But he worked for MGM. He worked for a primary, a major record label. And when he decided to go out on his own, he knew everyone already. He had the relationships already. They were friends of his, colleagues and whatnot. Some of them even left majors to go work with him. And you've seen that happen in multiple companies throughout the history of the music business. And so, do you need to be with a major to have those major connections? No, you just need to create those relationships and create those connections. Well, you say, how does one do this? Well, one does this by doing business. I mean, that's what this is. This is the music business. So many of us feel that we are, in the game because we woke up one day and decided we were in the game. That's not really how it works. You don't wake up one day and say, I'm a surgeon, and then go cut someone's chest open. That's not how it works, right? And so what we end up doing is we end up putting in time, putting in work, building the relationships, building our networks out, spending money, doing real business with people, making money ourselves, helping other people make money, right? The active business. You start to create these relationships, and in doing so, you can then come back through these same channels to help each other get more money. And so as you grow, at the end of the story, those types of channels and relationships become people like, heads of radio stations, programmers at radio stations, publicists that work with all the major television shows, people that work at, Jimmy Kimmel and this, that, and the third. And, your network becomes, stronger. You go hang out with these people, you go to the club, you have drinks, and you build relationships and you network. And that's kind of how it works, right? And at the beginning, it starts off much smaller than that. It's your local DJ. It's not the radio programmer. It's a local DJ at the club. You build relationships with that person. It's a person with a local blog. You build relationships with that individual. And those are music business contacts. And as your contacts grow in the game, what you'll realize, one day you look to your left, look to your right, and your friend or someone that you've been doing business with, built a relationship with, has just become the new head of something for, some major magazine or something like that. It just starts to happen that way. So you build real tangible relationships with people at your level, and all of you guys are working and grinding to go forward. And after a while, you end up knowing all the key contacts. That's really how you build the type of relationship network base required to move like a major record label. It's not an overnight thing. It's something that people do for years, 10, 15, 20 years before they have all those different connections. Now, if you're a person trying to speed up the process, then what ends up happening is you spend a lot of time trying to find shortcuts to find these people, like social media, LinkedIn, right? And you end up paying egregious prices for their services. And through years of you paying and pretty much investing in them, eventually you can build the same relationship. Maybe in 3 years, that would have taken you 15, right? And that's kind of how it works in any business, but that's what you'll see. Let me make sure I answered everything in the question. Can another label acquire those same resources? Yes, I just told you how to acquire those same resources. And is there a way to be successful without majors? Yep. That's if you want to be a label, right? This is coming from a video, first 5 things to do as a new artist, right? But if you just want to be an artist, you can do a lot of this with just you, a strong management team, and some good other pieces like good legal, good creative people such as producers, writers, right? All the musical creative people, as well as all the graphic video based people, right? Your graphic designers, your photographers, your videographers. Get your good team together, maybe a booking agent, and you get all the pieces together, and you can really go out there and create success for yourself without having to go to a major. I talk about this in the video Team Up and Get On, and then team building, building a team. There's a whole series I did on team building that really breaks down how to go about building a team as a new artist. If you're an independent and you're trying to make this happen, you can really be successful, generate millions of dollars without ever having to sign to a major. Or hell, you can generate $100,000, $200,000 a year, right? I mean, or $400,000 a year. I mean, that would still be a great business career or music career. It beats, working minimum wage or working at a job that you really don't like, making $50,000, $60,000 a year, right? Out of that $400,000 a year, you got to pay your team. But if you ended up netting $60,000 a year doing something that you love to do, touring the world and doing music, it would make you a hell of a lot happier than sitting in a cubicle somewhere making the same amount of money. So there's a lot of ways to generate revenue to be successful in the game. And then this person, Luke Cremiel, responds by saying, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to sell out arenas, no. If you want to go to small clubs, etc., you can do an indie or we can do it as an indie label or be indie. I disagree with that. There are artists that are selling out arenas that are independent. You got the most biggest one that we know about in hip hop is why did his name just leave? And his face is right there. God damn it. The guy that's always complaining about being independent. What the fuck is his name? This is embarrassing. Let me look him up. Indie rappers. He should be the first one. And the fact that he's not the first one is ridiculous because the dude has been killing it. 14 independent rappers you should be listening to. No. God damn, why is my man not popping up in my head right now? Whatever. His name is not coming to my head, but there's a whole lot of independent rappers out there that are successful, the independent country artists, independent everyone. And you can be one of them individuals yourself, right? With that said, I don't know everything, but I know a lot about a little and a little bit about a lot. I'm always trying to give you guys everything that I got right here on Phase 6. And what I'd like you guys to do is let's talk about this. How many of you would rather win without a label, right? How many of you feel that labels are intrinsically bad and there's no opportunity to be successful without them? And how many of you feel that as long as you handle your business, you can do a great job and come out really good with the label? I'd love to hear some of your thoughts on this as we can continue to go forward. And remember, if you ever want to chat with me directly, you can reach out at 404-442-4792. Like, subscribe, go to www.phase6, which is this amazing site right here. Check out some of the stuff that we're doing. We got all sorts of different books that break different things down for all you individuals that are trying to come out in the game, like how to get paid, from shows and whatnot. So come check us out, rock with us, see all the good things that we're doing, subscribe to newsletter, become a member, all that type of good stuff. This is all for you. This is all for you. It's all to help you guys win. All right, I'm out.